Hello, myself Ganesh B. Aglave, working as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session of thermodynamic lectures, we'll see vapor power cycle, in that Carnot cycle. Learning outcome. At the end of this session, students will be able to describe Carnot cycle and evaluate the Carnot efficiency. Mainly, there are two types of the Carnot cycles. Remember, Carnot cycle is ideal cycle, reference cycle. First type is single phase Carnot cycle and next one is two phase Carnot cycle. Now, single phase Carnot cycle can be used for the substances, materials which are in single phase only. For example, now if we will see the water as a working fluid, then the Carnot cycle for water, we can plot it on the TS diagram, temperature versus entropy diagram. Now, if the water is in the superheated condition, that is in the gaseous phase, then the Carnot cycle for single phase will have the isothermal heat addition. This line, that is process 1 to 2, which is a horizontal line, you consider the heat supplied during process 1 to 2 is isothermal. Then after supply of the heat, then there will be isentropic expansion process. During isentropic expansion process, the entropy is remaining constant. That is S2 is equal to S3. Whereas you could get the output, that is in real case the expander is generally turbine which is insulated, which will be giving you maximum output. Next is the process 3 to 4, which is heat rejection process, which also follows isothermal approach. That is heat rejection during process 3 to 4 is constant. Heat rejection follows isothermal process. So T3 is equal to T4, and practically the heat is going to be rejected to the surrounding fluid or the surrounding air. After the heat rejection, next process is isentropic pressurization process or the compression process, which will follow once again constant entropy approach. So during compression, as this is ideal cycle, Carnot cycle is ideal cycle, we have assumed the entropy at point number 1 is equal to entropy at state 4. So this process 4 to 1 isentropic compression process needs external agency, maybe assumption is electrical work, mechanical work, etc. In the single phase Carnot cycle, which works in the clockwise direction, has two isothermal processes, that is heat supply process 1 to 2, heat supply follows isothermal approach, and heat rejection isothermal. And whereas the output and the input in terms of the work are assumed to be isentropic in nature. Remember, this is a single phase fluid. Why? because here we have not shown any isothermal curve. We have not shown the saturation lines. So the fluid, working fluid, may be in the purely liquid form or in the purely vapor form. So for example, to study the engine, heat engine, internal combustion engine, we could consider Carnot cycle as the ideal cycle. Now, we will move to the second type of the Carnot cycle, which is two-phase Carnot cycle. This is the two-phase Carnot cycle. Now, I will try to draw here the figure for the two-phase Carnot cycle. Once again, I will plot it on temperature entropy plot. Now, as the fluid is in the two-phase, I need to draw the saturation curve, and remember, I will try to draw this Carnot cycle inside this TS plot. So, consider this is 1 to 2 is isothermal heat supply process. Okay. Then process 2 to 3 is isentropic expansion process, where you will be getting the output. 3 to 4 will be isothermal heat rejection process, and process 4 to 1 is isentropic compression process. Now, in the two-phase Carnot cycle, the fluid undergoes phase change from saturated liquid to saturated vapor. During heat supply process, it gets converted from 100% liquid to 100% vapor form, and temperature also is constant. So T1, you could write here also, T1 is equal to T2. Then process 2 to 3 is isentropic expansion process. In the expansion process, once again the expander is insulated, so the S2 is equal to S3, we could write it here. Then S3 and S4, during this heat rejection process, the temperature is constant, and from process 4 to 1 the entropy is constant. Now, what are the limitations of this two-phase Carnot cycle? There is, as this is the ideal cycle, we could write the relation for the efficiency, but it is not practicable cycle, as there is no pump is available in the market which will be converting the wet steam. If I will consider water as a working substance, there is no pump available in the market which is taking this wet steam as a inlet, and because of the pressurization, compression, it is converting wet steam into completely saturated liquid. It is not practically possible. At the same time, the limitations, that is the temperature during the heat supply process and heat rejection process, never remains constant. There will be small change in the temperature. We can adopt the cooling nature. Okay. During the heat supply, we could cool the device. Here also the assumption was entropy is remaining constant during expansion, as because of the friction in the turbine we can't get this isentropic expansion, and also the friction is present between the fluid and the pump impeller. Blades are there, so because of that friction the entropy changes. So this Carnot cycle is only ideal in nature. Okay. Now I will try to write the relation, that is efficiency of the Carnot cycle. Carnot efficiency will be equal to high temperature minus low temperature divided by high temperature. So as usual, we have to assume that any device is working between two thermal energy reservoirs. One will be having the high temperature thermal energy reservoir, and another, the energy reservoir, is at low temperature, and this is your device which is developing the output. This device is nothing but Carnot engine which is taking suppose Q1 amount of heat, whereas developing the work W, and rejecting Q2 amount of heat. So the Carnot efficiency, this is Carnot efficiency, will be the ratio of difference in the high temperature minus low temperature of the thermal energy reservoir to the temperature of the high temperature thermal energy reservoir. And remember, this will be the maximum efficiency which can't be attained by any practical heat engine. Nothing but internal combustion engines. We could write this ratio as also equal to output to input. Input is the QS. So you could replace this high grade energy by low grade energies as QS, that is Q1, and QR nothing but Q2 divided by QS means Q1. This was all about the Carnot cycle. For more study, you can refer Fundamentals of Thermodynamics by Bourke-Naquet and Sontag. Second reference, Fundamentals of Engineering Thermodynamics by Moran Shapiro. Thank you.